Part of planning a move abroad is doing research on the cost of living. But with the increases we've seen lately in inflation, I've been wondering just how accurate are the different cost of living tools. So that's what we're going to look at today. But before we jump into that, I wanted to take a moment to introduce myself to anybody who might be new here. My name is Adelia Borishade. I'm a financial educator and the creator of the Financial Confidence Academy, which is where I help women of color learn to master their money so that they can live the life of their dreams. I have been doing just that. I left the United States in 2016 and I've been living as an expat in various different countries and traveling the world. So if you're into finances and travel and living abroad, this is the place for you. Be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. So what we're going to do is very simple. We are going to look at two of the most popular cost of living tools, the Earth Awaits and Numbeo, and compare what they say grocery prices should be in Mexico City, which is where I live, with the prices I'm actually seeing here in Mexico City. Numbeo is probably like the granddaddy of them all when it comes to cost of living tools. So we'll start there. And I need to pick Mexico City. For our exercise today, we are really concerned with groceries, food. Now, something to keep in mind that most working class Mexicans do not shop at grocery stores because they tend to be more expensive than the weekly markets. Okay, so originally my plan was to use both Numbeo and the Earth Awaits, but as I started to navigate the budget section, we've changed the family size to 1. There is no feature here to change the currency, so the prices you see are listed in USD. But when I compare these prices to the prices on Numbeo, where I can compare them to USD, I find that I think the Earth Awaits is pulling data from Numbeo. So like a liter of milk is $1.19, a loaf of bread is $1.83. If I come back over here, a liter of milk is $1.17, a loaf of bread is $1.82. So for our purposes, we will just use Numbeo since they appear to be pulling the same numbers. So to make things simpler, we are going to use Mexican pesos because when you shop for food in Mexico, they're not giving you prices in USD. Prices are in pesos. Okay, so here we go. Okay, so I have the website for the grocery store I typically use. Sometimes I order directly through their website because delivery is cheaper. Sometimes I use the app Corner Shop. And okay, so let's start on this list. Milk, 1 liter of milk. We come here, we want leche. Oh, we don't want to search the whole store. We want leche fresca. Okay, here is 1 liter, 20 pesos 50 centavos. That is going to be just over. That's going to be just, why doesn't this want to delete? That's going to be just over $1. $1.01. Okay, so 20.50 for the milk, 23 76. But right here, if we look closely, we see that there is an area with a range. So we are getting average prices here. Does that fit within the price range that Numbeo told us to expect? Yes, it does. Okay, so let's find a loaf of fresh white bread. If we're talking about like sandwich bread, that is specifically called pan de caja. So that's what we'll search for and see what comes up. Here we go. You can get sliced brioche bread, 580 grams for $46.90. You can get just your basic sandwich bread. And notice you can get some really fancy schmancy bread for 153 pesos. 153 pesos. I'm using this, y'all, because doing math in my head is not my strong suit, but that's like $7, $7.50, okay? So that's something else to remember. All budgets exist here in Mexico. So when we come over here, we see that a fresh loaf of bread should cost us somewhere between $22.50 and $46. We come back here, $21.46. Okay, so far Numbeo is 2 for 2. Okay, rice. Okay, so now we're looking for a kilo of white rice. The price should fall somewhere between 18 pesos and 35 pesos. So just under $1 to about $1.50. Rice is very popular. There's lots of different brands. There's 156 hits came back, but we just need to know what is the price for a kilo of rice, white rice specifically. So here, arroz morelas, 27 pesos, 23.90. Okay, this is like, okay, here we go. From La Merced, we can get about almost a kilo for $31.50. We come back here, that fits in our price range. Okay, eggs, regular 12. Now, you can see you can buy 30 eggs at a time. Okay, 12 eggs, 33 pesos. 12 eggs, 33 pesos. A dozen of eggs is going to cost you somewhere between $1 to $2 a dozen. Okay. I'm not sure what local cheese means, because there's so many different kinds of cheeses. So we will skip that, but let's get to the meat. Okay, so chicken fillet, a kilo of that. To me, fillet means breast. Okay, and so the average price is about what is that, $5.50 a pound, somewhere, I mean, per kilo. And that's an important thing to keep in mind when you are purchasing things here in Mexico, that they do not use the imperial system. So if that's about $5.50 per kilo, that you split that in about half. So that's like $2.25 per pound. So we are looking for chicken fillets, a kilo, somewhere between 75 and 150. So let's see what Chedraui is talking about. We're going to search for pechuga, which is specifically breasts. We can get more specific and say pechuga de pollo, and see what the prices are. Okay, so, okay, here we go. Pechuga de pollo sin hueso, so boneless, skinless chicken breast is $1.45 per kilo. Now, that is higher than the average price, but that does fit within the range. Maybe, okay, you can get this. I'm not sure what the difference is between these two. If we are willing to buy it frozen, right here, we can get it for $1.20 per kilo if we want frozen chicken breasts. Congelada is frozen. The price of chicken fillets is a little bit higher than this, but it does still fit within their range. Beef round, I don't know what that is, y'all. So I don't know. The equivalent of back leg red meat. I'm not sure what that is, but let's search Chedraui and see what we get. According to this, about 167.73 per kilo. 8.29 per kilo is what we're looking at. So, I will say carne de res. Now, if you're wondering why am I just entering search terms, you can kind of go through each menu to, choose your grocery items. But, I've been living in Mexico for a few years now. I know, generally speaking, what to search. So I find that easy. Y'all know what? I don't know what. Let's tell you what. Let's take beef round and let's put that in Google Translate and see what we get. Rondo de carne. All right, so let's try that. And this is kind of how I order groceries online. Sometimes I don't know the right words. Rondo de carne. Did I get it right? Ronda de carne. See? So it is basically burger meat, maybe? I don't know. Ronda de carne. Let's see. Carne de res. We can narrow it down like that. I don't know what part of the pig this is, y'all. I mean, what part of the cow this is. So it's hard for me to say. So we're going to scratch beef round because I don't even know what that is in the US, let alone what that is here. Okay. How about, all right, apples. We'll change this back to super. Manzanas. Let's see what apples cost. Okay. 76 for a kilo. Apples, 43 for a kilo. Okay. Somewhere between 30 pesos, which is about $1.50 to $3 a kilo. These manzana ambrosias are expensive. Y'all know I don't eat produce, so I don't know anything about apples. Okay, so here we have a kilo of Fuji apples for $54.90. That does fit. Rome Beauties, they fit. The pink ladies are a little bit outside the range at $69.90. Okay, so I think we will give this one to Numbeo, that the apples fall into this price point. Okay, bananas should be about 24 pesos for a kilo. Bananas are called platanos. Let's see. Okay, right here, Plátano Macho, $24.90. I'm going to guess that Plátanos Chiapas come from the state of Chiapas, $21.90. You can get a kilo of organic bananas for 25 pesos. That is about $1.20 per kilo, which would make that, if you cut that in half, about 60 cents a pound. Okay, so they're on their game with the bananas. Oranges, let's see, naranjas. Again, produce is not my strong suit, y'all, so I'm not sure what kind of oranges they're talking about, but 22.90, somewhere between 12 pesos to 60 pesos. So there's a big range in orange prices apparently. Let's see if that's what we see. Okay, you can get 5 kilos of these oranges for just under $5. 5 kilos is like 10 pounds of oranges for $5. Is that a good price? I don't know. I don't know. But are we finding a kilo for about 23 pesos? 24.90. We can get no, that's only 100 grams. That's the price per, okay, see, so I don't know what that price is. Are those all the oranges? Okay, blood oranges, 69 pesos for 1 kilo. Okay, so there you have it. The oranges do hit, they hit the sweet spot there. Tomatoes, tomate. Tomatoes should be $26.99, but they can range, again, we've got a big range, somewhere between 15 to 45 pesos per kilo. Okay, so I think we're finding what we were supposed to with tomato prices. Notice you can get 284 grams of organic grape tomatoes for $44.90, which is almost $2.50. I can get a kilo of what look like maybe Roma tomatoes. Again, y'all know produce is not my strong suit, for 26.5 pesos. Okay, so it seems like they're on point with the tomato prices. Potatoes, okay, potatoes can be anywhere from 10 to 35 pesos. All right, so we're probably going to get potato chips back in this search. Aha. So let's see if we can filter this. Let's go to frutas y verduras, and that should get us the potatoes we want. $24.94 for a kilo of potatoes. I don't know what a cambray potato is. 41 kilos for these cambray rosado, like pink tomatoes. Okay. We can get a kilo of organic tomatoes for $56.90, which is just shy of $3. We come back over here. We look at potatoes. We can get the potatoes for 26 pesos. We can find them inside the range. Okay, let's look at onions. Onions, 25.46. Cebollas. Now, what kind of onions? Y'all, I don't know. All right, so purple onions are more than the average price, and actually purple onions fall outside of this range, but white onions, I don't know what these are. Okay, all right, so if we come down here to yellow onions seem to be the right price at 28 pesos. But if you want fancier onions, they tend to be a little pricier, but not by much. And then the last one, a head of lettuce. Lettuce has a big range. We can see somewhere between 12 pesos and 35 pesos, but we should be looking at about $1, 20 pesos per head of lettuce. So let's see. Chuga. Okay. This is fancy lettuce. Just a regular head of lettuce, 14 pesos, 14 pesos. You can get romaine for 21. So yeah, they seem to be spot on with their food prices, with one exception. So there you have it. If you are in the beginning stages of planning your move abroad, be sure to grab a copy of my Move Abroad checklist. You can find it linked below in this video, as well as linked up here. If you figure that you need some more one-on-one attention planning your move abroad, I do offer one-on-one sessions. You can book those at bit.ly/askadelia. Those are also linked below.